Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your man, Chris Thorns. As always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. We know you're watching my content, and as always, like, comment, subscribe, and share. And as always, I am here to bring you an update, and I am here to tell you, as you see on my screen right now, that children's lives matter. Now, let's get right into the update. All right, guys. Welcome to the show. Welcome to this update, the news or whatnot. If y'all can recall, a couple of days ago, I did a story about a 9-year-old allegedly beating a 4-year-old brother, and she was charged uh, with the assault, as well as the caregiver uh, is being held with this charge or whatnot. Now, with that being said, of course, there's still no pictures or anything out right now because, of course, I know that's a child, so they're not going to put it in pictures or whatnot. But you're going to get a glimpse of what the baby do look like because, again, this is an update. And you take a look over here. Take a look over there. Over here. The father has came out and spoken about the death of his son. This is his father. Yeah, I know a lot of time when I do these stories, that's one of the questions that a lot of us ask. Where's the fathers? When this stuff happens. So let's hear what the father has to say.
Convenience inside him, man.
Well, tonight at 10, we're hearing from the father of a 4-year-old boy found dead last week. Both his aunt and 9-year-old sister charged in connection.
Okay, what the hell?
With that child's death.
Our Ariel Mallory spoke with Ronald Lyons earlier tonight. Ariel, he says he's been struggling with this news.
Yeah, he has.
All right, guys, I'm gonna see if I'm gonna try that again because I don't know what was that all about, but let's see if we can get this get the ball rolling again.
Why they convenience inside him, man?
Well, tonight at 10, we're hearing from the father of a 4-year-old boy found dead last week. Both his aunt and 9-year-old sister charged in connection with that child's death.
Our Ariel Mallory spoke with Ronald Lyons earlier tonight. Ariel, he says he's been struggling with this news.
Yeah, he has, Lanice, and how he found out is what makes it so much worse. Now, he just wants the person responsible for his son's death to be held accountable.
That's my baby. That's my heart, man. I love that boy. I love him to death. Only boy I got. That's my only child, young boy I got, man.
Tragic news for this father when he found out about the death of his 4-year-old son, King Lyons.
I found out watching the news. I seen the news, but I didn't know that my child. And then the house popped up. I was telling him my son. She's like, yo, son.
According to Mobile police, the child was found dead at this home on Jacob Drive last week. His caregiver, Yolanda Cole, was arrested the next day and charged with aggravated child abuse. Cole was in court this morning. Mobile County District Attorney Ashley Rich says Cole should never be around another child.
I'm hoping that she never has access to children again, ever, because she doesn't need to have access to children again.
But Yolanda Cole's daughter, Richland, sees things differently. She says her mother not only took care of King, but his 9-year-old sister as well.
Didn't nobody want them. So my mama took them in. Whatever she did to get them kids back together, she was grown. And she did that because she wanted them to be brought up together.
Court documents revealed that Yolanda Cole woke up to the sound of King's 9-year-old sister allegedly beating little King with a broomstick. The 9-year-old is charged with assault. Ronald Lyons says he didn't agree with Cole taking custody of the kids. He says it was a decision the child's mother made.
Man, I've been trying to do everything, man. I ain't know what my son was. I went crazy. You could work and trying to make money. She ain't had to get away because we done good. I'm 52, man. Why they convenience inside him, man?
Now, no one has been charged with killing King Lyons. The DA office says they're still waiting on autopsy results. Live in Mobile, Ariel Mallory, Fox 10 News.
Well, he just answered the question that a lot of us wanted to No. I'll talk because I know some of y'all probably was asking that question already. Where's the father of this boy? Well, the father has spoken out, and it wasn't his agreement to have this lady watch over the children. He said this was a decision that his baby mom made, you know. So curious about that as to why the baby mom made a decision for this lady to look after these children. And not only that, I want y'all to remember, if you haven't seen my video, I will put the link in the description box so y'all go see the first video I did about this. But then you have to think about this too. When you hear my first video, it said that the boy, for what they gathered, for what they have seen, however they found this out, this boy been being abused. He has been abused. And like it's been a long period, he's been abused. All right? So it got me thinking, if that's the case, he was in her care, what was really going on in their house with their woman? Not only with their woman, with this 9-year-old girl. Like I told y'all, 9-year-olds doing stuff like that. Yes, they whine, they pout, and they do stuff like that, but it is very rare I will hear that a 9-year-old would just go ballistic and beat a child with a broomstick, unless they are being coached or unless it's been so much abuse in their house that 9-year-old is mimicking what she's seen other people do, mainly their woman that's in their house. All right. Now, I don't know if the woman has let other people come in and do stuff to their young boy. I don't know. But something in my gut tells me that either this 9-year-old was coached, or maybe it's the fact of the matter she did get that mad at him about something that she did go get the broomstick. Or maybe the child didn't do it at all. It was their woman the whole time. Let me repeat that last one again. And it may be the latter. Maybe the 9-year-old probably didn't do it at all. And it was probably that woman all by herself. But somehow they got the 9-year-old for this. So apparently there's enough reason to believe that the 9-year-old did this. So either it's the latter, that the girl did not do it, period, or it's one of the first or two, that the girl was coached to do it, and they later sat there and watched that girl do it, but claiming she was asleep. And what we just heard for this man right here, sound like he said he tried to do what he possibly could to get his child, or to talk to the baby mom by letting him get the child so the child can stay with him. Why couldn't his son stay with him? So the father of the 4-year-old boy is speaking out for the first time since he found out about the death of his son. According to the mobile police, the child, identified as King Lyons, was found dead last week. Both the caregiver and his 9-year-old sister were charged and connected to his death. Now, the father, Ronald Lyons, just wants the person responsible for his son's death to be held accountable. He said, "That's my baby, that's my heart, man." Lyons said, "I love that boy. I love him to death. Only boy I got, that's my only young boy I got." Lyons said he tragically found out about King's death by watching TV. I can imagine the feeling that you find out your child dead just by simply watching the news. I can imagine. Ain't nobody said nothing to him. And I'm wondering how soon did the baby mom know that the child was dead? And if she knew before it got to the news or whatnot, then did she try to tell him? Or why didn't she tell him? He said he found out by watching the news. I seen the news, but I didn't know that was my child, he said. And Then when that house popped up, I said, tell me that ain't my son. His caregiver, Yolanda Cole, was arrested the next day and charged for aggravated child abuse. Cole was in court Wednesday morning, was 2 days ago. And Mobile County District Attorney Ashley Rich said Cole should never be around another child. Now, for her to say that, it must be a lot that's going on with this, or maybe they found a reason to believe that Cole has been abusing that boy as well. But Cole's daughter, Richland, sees things differently. She said her mother not only took care of King, but his 9-year-old sister as well. Didn't nobody want them, so my mama took them in. Now, there could be a possibility that the daughter may be telling the truth. Nobody didn't want them because it's a reason why the mom agreed to let that woman take care of the children. Now, I don't know how much is the dad being truthful about what happened, the reason his child ended up in the care of that woman, but as far as that goes, that's neither here and there. But the daughter is claiming nobody wanted them children, so she took them in. Whatever she did to get them kids back together, she was strong, and she did that because she wanted them to be brought up together. And I'd heard that before because they say it takes a village to raise a child. So if somebody adopted them too, she wanted them two to grow up together versus them growing up separate. So I can agree to that. I can agree to that. Here's what he says. He didn't agree with Cole taking custody of the kids. He says it was a decision the child's mother made. And he says right here, man, I've been trying to do everything, man. I didn't know where my son was. I mean, I went crazy, Lyons said. I mean, when you working and trying to make money, she ain't have to get them away because we was doing good. I'm 52, man. Why it couldn't be me besides him? No one has been charged with the killing of King Lyons. The district attorney said they are still waiting on the autopsy report. So y'all see what he said right there? He said he been trying to do everything and didn't even know where his son was. Didn't even know where he was. Now the question with that is, well, I guess at some point in time you did find out where he was because you just said in this that when you saw the house pop up, you was like, please don't tell me that's my son that's dead, and you found out that your son was dead. So I'm assuming that at some point in time you did find out where your child was staying at. You know, so man, that's crazy, man. That's fucked up. So if everything he's saying is true, man, I feel for the brother, man. That's fucked up, and you got to get this news like this that your son died. All right, so. But I'm going to say this to the daughter. I understand she's upset, and I understand she's emotional right now. But, ma'am, you know, in this era, we just don't know what people's intentions are. We see people get these children, and they could put on a mask saying how much they care for these children and put on a mask like they really take care of these children. But really, in the long run, a lot of people get these children for the financial gain or the benefit gain, whatever they can get out of it, or whatever they can, however they can milk the system with taking care of these kids. Now, I'm not necessarily saying that's what your mom did, but at the same time, I'm not going to rule that out. There could be a possibility of what she was doing. I'm not going to rule it out because no information came out yet stating that she did such a thing. But a lot of times people do that. And this may be your mom, and you might not want to believe that your mom would do that. But like I said, a lot of our streams, the main person who you think that won't do stuff be the main one that will do it. It's a hard pill to swallow. But yeah, they will do it. The least person you suspect to do it be the one that do it. That's why a lot of them be right there under your nose when stuff goes down, because nobody would look at that person and say, I never thought that you would do that. You know, even me, you know, I can get on here and do all this and say all that, you know, but what do y'all really know what I'm doing behind closed doors? You know, I could be getting these kids and probably getting them for financial gain or benefits, or hell, could be beating the hell out of them, you know. I'm not doing that. I don't have any children, but I'm just saying to make this point. You put nothing past nobody, even your parents. You put nothing past nobody. It's not you being mean, but you just don't put nothing past nobody. Then, daughter, I want you to understand this too. You know, I mean, families are the worst one when it comes to children. Families are the worst one. Hell, not just children. Hell, family are the worst ones, periods, to deal with a lot of shit. Because they the main ones be have to hurt you. They the main ones to steal from you. And they'll be the main ones that get jealous of you. Because they want what you got. And instead of them go out and try to get what you got, they want to take it from you because they see it easier that way. All right? But again, don't get it twisted, man. I'm not saying your mom doing all this, but I wouldn't put it past. I wouldn't. But anyway, guys, I want y'all to tell me what y'all think about this now that you heard this update. You know, I mean, this is nuts. You know, a 9-year-old beating on a 4-year-old. You know, I'm sorry, you just don't hear that too often. You know, that's crazy. And I'm guaranteed that there is way more to this story what's probably been put out right now. Something has to be going on with that 9-year-old for her to partake in what she did. Or if she did it at all. But we will see. I'm your man, Chris Thorns, and thank you for listening. Catch y'all next time. Peace out.